This is a tutorial on the taped sloper. The sloper is an indispensable tool for pattern making. The torso sloper covers the entire torso from the neck down to the bottom of the torso, including the hips and buttocks area. If you have thighs that are wider than the buttocks, you should make the torso sloper to that length, the widest part of your body. This is a very easy method. However, if you're doing the torso sloper for yourself, you'll need someone to help you. You can get your friend, husband, child, neighbor, even get a sewing group together and have a sloper party. The tools that you will need are a t-shirt that you can cut away. It needs to be close to the body and come up to the neck and down to the lowest part that the torso sloper will be. Preferably sleeveless. If it has sleeves, just make sure that the armhole of the t-shirt is rather high. You'll also need tape. I usually use painter's tape because it comes off easily and won't hurt your skin. You can move it around easily. Normally I use 2-inch, this is 1-inch, which will do, and then a 1/4 inch in a contrasting color. You'll also need a coffee stirrer or a piece of cardboard. We'll cut the piece of cardboard or coffee stirrer to go between the two apex so that the sloper is smooth and does not dip between the breast. Before we begin the actual taping, I want to go over a few things so that when you see them on the film, you'll understand better what I'm doing. When you hear the word apex, you'll know that it's the highest point of the bust, what sticks out the furthest. After taping the entire torso, I will go back and make landmarks. I'll be taping the armhole and the neckline. When I tape the armhole, use the outer edge of the tape as your guideline. And when you get to the underarm, you have a crease in your arm right here. That's where you will start the underarm curve. I would make the underarm curve stop at the bottom, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch below the armpit. You can always go down later. It's a little more difficult to go up once you've already drafted a pattern. For the neckline, you want to go close to the neck, but not choking yourself. So you'll see me tape the whole neck. Again, the edge closer to the neck is what I would use as your final guideline. When you get to the base of the neck, go to the bottom of the neck hollow. It's about 1/2 inch below your actual neckline, maybe a little bit more. When I do the bust, waist, and hips, make those lines parallel to the floor. If your waist slants quite a bit in the back, you can follow that natural curve if you would like to. The lines that start at the mid-shoulder go through the bust, the waist, and the hips. Those are called princess lines. I will be starting those princess lines from mid-shoulder. So what you want to do is measure from the outside of each tape at the neck and the shoulder, find the dead center, and that's where you start the taping. You come through the apex, the widest point. Now my dress form, the lines from the apex go straight down. You can go straight down or you can come in a little bit. Think of a jacket and how you would like to see a jacket. If you come in a little bit, it's going to give you a little bit more of a trimming look. From the waist, go straight down to the bottom of the taped sloper shell. And you'll do the exact same thing for the back. Another thing you'll see is me put a piece of tape right around here. Most women below the waist have a little bit of a bulge. You want to put that tape at the highest point of that bulge. That will help determine how we shape your darts. And on the side seam, you want that line to be absolutely perpendicular to the floor, and it would normally start around the middle of the armpit area, go straight to the waist, and down through the center part of the leg. You'll have to determine where you want your side seam. Let's begin. To create a taped shell, first you have your model in the appropriate underwear, flat-footed, no shoes, and have them wear a close-fitting tee, or in this case, I made our model TN, a shell out of fabric that is cotton knit with a little spandex in it.
So here's Tian's taped shell, front and back. And on the inside, you can see that the t-shirt or stretch top is now attached permanently. You want to keep it that way while working with it at the table. The next step is to take this to the table, transfer it to pattern paper, cut it out of muslin, sew the muslin, and test the muslin sloper